The way you name the Creator is a mirror to how you see yourself. If when you hear the word God, the first image in your heart is a being to be feared, to be ashamed before, then it means you are living mostly in fear and shame. But if, when you hear the word God, what rises in you is love, mercy, and compassion, then know that these qualities live abundantly within you. My beloved friend, take a deep breath as you hear these words, for they are not merely words, they are a mirror, and they do not lie. What Shams offers you is not an idea to think about and then put aside. He offers you a key, a lantern to hold in the darkest of nights, a hand to take when your heart trembles in confusion. Ask yourself now, quietly, without rushing, when I say God, what stirs first in my chest? Fear, shame, or love? The answer matters more than you think, because it is not about God's reality. God is beyond all description, beyond every concept, beyond every name we give. It is about your heart's condition. Your image of the divine is a reflection of your own soul's garden. If thorns cover the ground, you will see a God of punishment, ready to wound. If roses bloom in fragrance, you will see a God of mercy, ready to embrace. The divine does not change, but your window does. And through that window, you are gazing not only at him, but at yourself. Rumi once whispered, "The beauty you see in me is a reflection of you." The same is true with God. What you perceive in the divine is the echo of your own state of being. If you are filled with dread, then his name trembles on your lips like a storm. If you are filled with love, then his name pours out like honey, like wine that intoxicates the soul with sweetness. So I ask you, beloved, what do you carry more within, fear or love? Because whichever you carry, that is the God you will meet when you close your eyes and pray. Modern life has not made this question easier. Today, people are taught to fear failure, to fear rejection, to fear being not enough. You measure yourself against the world, and in that measuring, shame arises. And then, without even noticing, that shame paints your God. You say, "He must be disappointed in me because I am disappointed in myself. He must be angry because I am angry at myself." But pause. This is not him. This is your reflection cast upon him. He is beyond anger, beyond disappointment. Yet your heart cannot help but see its own colors upon his face. There is a story the dervishes tell. A man stood before a lake and said, "This water is ugly, it is full of filth." Another man came, looked into the same water and said, "This lake is radiant, reflecting the heavens." Which one spoke the truth? Both saw only themselves. The water remained the same, still, clear, unchanging. This is the mystery Shams points to. You do not see God as he is. You see him as you are. Now let us go deeper. Fear is not evil. Shame is not useless. Even these have their place. Fear can awaken you, remind you of humility, shake you from arrogance. Shame can open your eyes to where you have wandered astray. But when fear and shame become the house you live in, when they dominate the heart, then you build a prison and call it faith. That is not faith. That is despair clothed in holy garments. True faith tastes of trust, tastes of surrender, tastes of love. Rumi said, "Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right-doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there." This field is not fear. It is not shame. It is freedom. It is the place where God is no longer an image projected by your wounds, but a presence that heals your wounds. It is the garden where fear bows to awe, and shame bows to humility, and love becomes the air you breathe. Think for a moment of your daily life. When you wake up, what is the first feeling that greets you? Do you already feel late, guilty, overwhelmed? Or do you breathe in and say, This breath is mercy. This moment is gift. How you live the morning is how you live your God. When you walk into your work, into your home, into your relationships, are you looking for punishment, waiting to be judged? Or are you ready to give and receive compassion? Again, this is the mirror of God. Do not think these little moments are small. They're the training ground for how you meet the divine. If you practice shame, you will pray with shame. If you practice mercy, you will pray with mercy. Yunus Emre sang, "We love the created for the Creator's sake." This was not a simple moral teaching. It was a revelation. To see God as love is to love His creation. To see Him as mercy is to extend mercy to every being. And to see Him as wrath is to unleash wrath upon yourself and others. So what vision of God you carry is not only about you, it becomes the way you walk in the world. If you see Him as love, then you cannot help but love. If you see Him as fear, then you cannot help but fear others too. The world you create around you is born from the God you carry within you. Beloved, maybe right now you are struggling. Maybe fear has been your teacher more than love. Maybe when you close your eyes, you see the divine as a harsh judge, always keeping account of your failures. Do not despair. Even this recognition is a gift. Shams is not condemning you, he is showing you the door. He is saying, look, this is where you are. And from here you can turn. You can begin to plant different seeds. You can water the soil of mercy, of compassion, of love. Over time, the mirror will change. And when the mirror changes, your God changes, not because He has changed, but because you are finally seeing more of Him.
Remember, the Quran says, "My mercy encompasses all things." It does not say, "My wrath encompasses all things." Mercy is the ocean, wrath is but a wave. Yet if your eyes are only fixed on the wave, you will think the whole sea is storm. Shift your gaze, beloved. See the vastness of His mercy. Feel it in the breath that keeps you alive, though you forget Him countless times a day. Feel it in the sun that shines on your skin, though you may not even thank it. Feel it in the forgiveness that rushes to you faster than your sin can rise. Let me tell you a tale. A dervish once came to his master and confessed, "When I pray, all I feel is fear. I tremble before God, terrified of His punishment." The master smiled gently and said, "Then let your fear be the rope that pulls you closer. But know this, when you arrive at His door, you will discover that what you feared was only the shadow. Behind the door, only light waits." Fear may be the beginning, but it is not the destination. The destination is love, always love. In the modern world, fear is marketed to you daily. Fear of not being enough, fear of being left behind, fear of losing what you love. Companies profit from your fear. Leaders control through your fear. Even families sometimes bind through fear. And slowly, your soul begins to think this is normal, that God too must rule with fear. But no, beloved, this is the great lie. God is not a merchant of fear. He is the beloved of your soul. He is the friend who waits in silence, the one who has been calling you since before you were born. If only you would quiet the noise and listen. Pause with me here. Place your hand upon your heart. Whisper the word God. What arises? Be honest with yourself. Is it heaviness? Is it shame? Or is it warmth, sweetness, longing? Do not judge what comes. Simply see. And then, if fear arises, do not fight it. Instead, ask, what is this fear teaching me about myself? Where have I not forgiven myself? Where have I not shown myself compassion? Because until you offer compassion to your own soul, you cannot believe in a compassionate God. Until you embrace your own wounds with tenderness, you cannot believe in a God who embraces. This is the secret Shams wants you to uncover. God is the mirror of your soul, but your soul can be polished. Rumi said, "If you are irritated by every rub, how will your mirror be polished?" Life will rub you, life will scrape you, not to destroy, but to polish. And as the mirror clears, the face of God that shines back at you becomes more luminous, more loving. Do not settle for a God of shadows when the sun of love waits just beyond. Do not chain yourself to shame when freedom is already yours. Remember, the beloved is closer to you than your jugular vein, closer than your breath. He is not watching you from a distance to condemn. He is within you, as mercy itself. Beloved soul, listen closely. You are not meant to live your entire life trembling before the one who created you out of love. Fear may appear at the beginning of the path, but it is not the destination. Fear is the child, love is the parent. Fear can warn you of danger, but only love can carry you home. Imagine a child who always fears his father, who never dares to laugh in his presence, who never feels safe to run into his arms. Is this a true relationship? No. And yet so many live with God in this way, always on edge, always ashamed, never daring to rest. But what Shams is telling you is that the arms of the beloved are not prisons, they are refuge. They are the place where shame dissolves, where fear bows down, where love alone remains. The Sufis tell us that God has 99 names. Some of them sound powerful, majestic, the judge, the mighty, the all-powerful. But most of them are soft, healing, overflowing with tenderness, the most compassionate, the most merciful, the gentle, the loving. Why do you think this is so? Why does mercy appear again and again, not once, not twice, but at the heart of every prayer? Because God is showing you how He wishes to be known. He is telling you, remember me as love, and you will discover yourself as love. Remember me as mercy, and you will awaken the mercy within you. Now consider your daily struggles. You look in the mirror, and maybe you don't like what you see. You see your flaws, your failures, your mistakes. And because of this, when you think of God, you imagine a judge, someone pointing out all the same flaws. But pause, beloved, is this truly God? Or is this your own self-judgment reflected back? The beloved does not see you as a list of mistakes. He sees you as His creation, as the soul He breathed into existence with His own spirit. Do you think the one who breathed His Spirit into you will abandon you to shame? Impossible. Listen to Yunus Emre. Come, let us be friends for once. Let us make life easy on us. Let us be lovers and beloved. The earth shall be left to no one. What is he saying? He is reminding you that life is too short to spend in fear, too precious to waste in shame. God created you to love and be loved, to taste the sweetness of existence, to discover Him in every breath. Fear and shame may knock on your door, but do not invite them to stay the night. Let them pass and open the door instead to love, mercy, and compassion. But I know, beloved, it is not easy. Fear feels heavy, and sometimes love feels far away. You might say, how can I see God as love when I have suffered so much? How can I see mercy when life has been cruel? These are real questions born from real pain. And Shams does not ask you to ignore your pain. No, he asks you to see through it. Pain can become a veil, but it can also become a window. If you stare only at the wound, you will think the whole world is bleeding. But if you dare to lift your eyes, you will see that even in the wound, there is a hidden gift. Through suffering, you learn patience. Through loss, you learn longing. Through longing, you discover love.
Rumi said, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." What does this mean? It means that even your suffering can become a mirror of God's mercy if you let it. Instead of saying, "Why did this happen to me? God must be punishing me," try saying, "What is this teaching me about my own soul? What qualities is it awakening within me?" If you allow pain to soften you, it will make you more compassionate. If you allow it to harden you, it will fill you with fear. Again, the mirror shifts according to your heart. Even in pain, you can choose to see mercy. Beloved, think of modern life again. Every day, people are running to earn more, to prove more, to appear more. And in this endless running, they lose touch with themselves. When you lose touch with yourself, you lose touch with God. And when you lose touch with God, fear and shame rush in to fill the emptiness. But the Sufi path invites you to stop running, to sit, to breathe, to listen. When you stop, you will hear it, the silent call of the beloved, saying, "I am here. I have always been here." Let me share another story. A seeker once came to a Sufi master and said, "I am afraid of God." The master replied, "Then you have not yet met him." The seeker was shocked. "What do you mean?" The master said, "You fear an image, a shadow in your own mind. The real God is nothing but love. When you truly meet him, your fear will vanish like mist before the morning sun." So, beloved, let us practice a different way of seeing. Tonight, when you lay down to sleep, whisper his name, not with trembling, not with shame, but with longing. Say, "Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim, O most compassionate, O most merciful." Feel how your heart softens when you call him in this way. Do not imagine him as a stern judge watching from the sky. Imagine him as the one closer than your breath, the one who holds you as you drift into sleep. If you practice this night after night, slowly the mirror of your heart will clear. Slowly fear will fade and love will rise. Do not think this transformation is only for saints or mystics. It is for you, right now, wherever you are. Whether you are sitting in a crowded city or alone in a quiet room, the beloved is equally near. Whether you feel strong in faith or weak in spirit, the beloved does not withdraw. He is as close in your doubt as he is in your certainty. Do not measure his presence by your feelings. Feelings come and go, but his love remains. Beloved friend, I want you to remember this. The way you see God is also the way you will see yourself. If you see him as mercy, you will learn to forgive yourself. If you see him as love, you will learn to love yourself. And when you love yourself with the love of God, you will naturally love others. The mirror expands. The whole world becomes a reflection of the divine. Shams, Rumi, Yunus, they all drank from this cup. They all tell you the same truth in different words. God is love, not a shallow love, not a sentimental love, but a love that consumes, that transforms, that dissolves every illusion until only the beloved remains. If you want to know God, know love. If you want to see his face, polish the mirror of your heart until only love looks back at you. And now I turn to you, listening here, soul to soul. What do you feel stirring within? Fear, shame, or maybe even just a spark of love? That spark is enough. Do not think you must be overflowing already. Even a spark can grow into a fire if you protect it, if you breathe upon it with remembrance, if you feed it with prayer. So guard that spark. Whisper his names with love. Call him not with dread, but with longing. Say, "Beloved, show me your mercy. Show me your compassion. Show me the love that has always been." And you will see, little by little, your God will change. Not because he has changed, but because you are finally seeing the truth of him. Beloved, do not be afraid of this journey. You are not alone. All who walk the path before you have felt the same fear, the same shame. But they pressed on, and they discovered love waiting on the other side. So too will you. The field of mercy is open, waiting for you to step into it. The Beloved is already calling your name. All you need is the courage to answer. And so, I leave you with this invitation. If you have ever felt fear when hearing the name of God, if you have carried shame in your heart, then write in the comments below, "I am ready to see God through love." Let this be your declaration, your first step into a new vision. And if you already feel the spark of love, then write, "Love is the mirror of my soul." Let your words become part of this circle of seekers, a reminder that you are never alone in this path. If this journey has touched you, if it has given you even a drop of peace, then I invite you to stay with us. Subscribe to this channel, beloved, not for numbers, not for vanity, but because we walk together. This road of awakening is not meant to be walked alone. When you listen, when you comment, when you subscribe, you join a caravan of hearts, all moving toward the same Beloved. And in this caravan, you will never be left behind. Take these words into your night. Hold them close. When fear whispers, answer with love. When shame rises, embrace yourself with compassion. When doubt clouds your mind, remember, the mirror of God reflects your own soul. Polish that mirror with love, and you will see only beauty looking back at you. May your heart find rest in the embrace of the Beloved. May your fear dissolve into awe. May your shame dissolve into tenderness. And may you walk step by step into the endless ocean of love that is your true home. Peace be upon you, beloved soul. Until we meet again.